it's very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
Salute, Goodbreads and my sisters with sense. Welcome to the Brutally Honest Goodbread channel, where we keep it brutally honest. Now we're going to get straight to it. Today we got a red section, a street fighter, yes. And you're going to see why I say that. But yeah, we got a pro-lifer gets attacked while conducting a street interview out there in Harlem, New York. Harlem, stand up. My hometown, 117th and Madison, stand up. But y'all, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get straight on into it, guys. So like I said, we dealing with a street fighter, the red section. And the thing about these women is they lack information, guys. They lack information, and they don't care to get any information, guys. But when they is faced with a problem, they'll fight. When they don't have anything else in an argument, they'll fight. That's when they want to turn stuff into a fight, because they don't have the know-how to control their emotions, and they don't have the information. They just lack information, guys. So you'll notice with these street fighting women, they try to overtalk you, they try to slick talk you, and then when all else fails, they'll fight you. You know what I mean? So you know you right when they want to fight. When they want to fight, that lets you know, oh, I'm right. End the argument, end the discussion.
You have a channel?
Yeah, we're doing some interviews today.
I love your skin tone too.
Thank you. Such a good vibe.
Of course.
Well, awesome. So we're asking people's opinion today on Planned Parenthood. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know what they provide?
Yes. Options.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Safe options.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know any other services that they provide?
I know, like, to teens, if you're under 18, you could get like birth control, counseling. They offer a lot of, beneficial things that the youth really should use. Right?
Now let's remove all emotions, because I know y'all heard her. I know y'all heard clue number one, that she reckless with her fish hole. And I want y'all to know, 80% of the women, because remember I tell you, 8 out of 10 is trash. When you run into 10 women in your environment on a daily, 2 of them might be healthy for you. But I guarantee you, 8 out of the 10 is trash. 80% of women have this mindset right here. You see how she skip over? For the youth. I want y'all to play that part back, how they slide it in like if it's only the youth making sexual mismanagements. No, ma'am. No. The condoms and birth control is for older women too. It's for you 30 years and 25-year-olds. It's not just for the teens. You know what I mean? Y'all the ones fucking up the community. Y'all the ones, it's y'all babies. It ain't these teenagers. These teenagers is humping on each other, yes. But it's y'all. Don't try the teens. They just try to pass it off like it's just for the teens.
Okay. So you have a pretty positive view of Planned Parenthood.
I mean, majority. I don't know. Is this like a yes or no? Am I wrong?
It's your opinion.
But yeah, that is definitely my opinion. I feel like, especially as teens, people get caught up in things that they really don't want to commit to for their entire lives. So if you get caught up with the wrong guy, you think you're in love, and then boop, now you stuck. Not stuck, but you're stuck with a baby for the rest of this time, literally the rest of their lives and your life, if you're that kind of mother, because some women just don't have it in them and they abandon them and abuse them and all kind of shit. And it's like, girl, just get rid of it if you know you're going to do that.
Get rid of them. Why not just give them to another family? That's good.
No, but exactly, even that. And that's another option that Planned Parenthood offers. So it's like, if you know that you are not the being who can provide for this child, then there are alternative options out there for you. So I definitely understand why people do. Children, don't have babies that you don't want. Don't have babies that men are telling you in front of your face that they do not want. I wish them would stop doing that. Like it's like a plan to.
Why don't they just stop having sex with people they don't want to have a child with?
That too.
Now I need y'all to remember that line right there. Remember, she said that too when the foster kid came up, right? Remember, she's so-called cool with that idea too, right? Because these women they love to play let's pretend. These women is fake and phony. You see her being phony right now, right? They know everything to say. They know how to say all the right things Ask them if they doing those things that they sit here and say and repeat because they heard somebody else say it and it sound good to them. This is why I said it's 80% of them on this type of time, because they sit there, none of them go learn any information. None of them. Remember, they refuse to get any information, especially this red section. The red section suffer from abandonment issues. So for their whole childhood, they've been having to figure life out for themselves. So they refuse to let anybody give them input on how to figure life out because they've been figuring it out wrong, left alone for themselves all this time. That's the problem with the street fighting women. That's why they're so hard-headed. And that's why they get angry when they do all this running around, and they're only running in place. Now they mad. But remember, she said she was okay with that. To
me, it's always pro-choice, your body, your life, because that baby is gonna be a baby.
It's a baby.
Yeah, and you're gonna have that baby
person.
forever. So yeah.
Well, do you know that Planned Parenthood gets nearly $700 million of our taxpayer money every year?
$700 million. I mean, honestly, I can't go against Planned Parenthood. I just can't.
Translation: I have already made a deal with the devil. I have already bitten into that forbidden fruit. I think I'm better than God. I am God. And I just can't go against my maker, my creator, the devil, Planned Parenthood, and the Satan. That's all. That's what that is, guys. That's what she just said. She just said that right now. And yeah, I put words in her mouth. I'm fitting to put some words in her mouth. The interviewer ain't got to put no words in her mouth. I know what she's saying. I know what she's talking about. Know what I'm talking about?
$700 million for how many single mothers?
Of our money. But they're not giving it to single mothers, though. Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to just, single out where it is that our tax dollars go, then the police, respectfully.
And you know this is a Democrat right here. Now you know that this lady is a Democrat, bro, because they so misinformed. They so uneducated, and they speak on these subjects that they have no information on, yo. She don't even know what she talking about. She should just exit the interview now before it get worse. You know what I mean? Because this is the part of the interview where you're going to have some information. And when it comes to these red section women, they don't have information. So they'll sit there and play let's pretend and play fake and phony and fake it till they make it, until it's time to really show that you got this information. And she ain't got it. So you know what's going to happen next, right? Y'all know what's about to happen, right? That attitude about to come. That attitude about to come down. I don't care how sweet they be looking. I don't care how sweet they be running around here sounding. Guys, you got to look past that perception that they put on, that facade. You got to see past the mask, bro. The only person that is cool with eliminating what we pay the cops to do, that want to cut the funds and cut the safety for poor coochie control, is a hoe. All right? This lady would rather pay for poor fish hole control rather than for protection. Ma'am, get rid of the police and see how... And it's always these hoes that want to get rid of the police. Ma'am, if you get rid of the police, these boys are going to be screwing y'all and they ain't going to give y'all no money. They ain't gonna give y'all no money. You can't Me Too nobody if you get rid of the police. Like, know what you talking about, yo. Again, red section. They tend to say things that's because they the dumbest color on this chart, yo. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They are the dumbest color on this chart, bro.
So it's really interesting because since 2010, prenatal care has been down for 80% since 2010 at Planned Parenthood. Adoption referrals. So this is why this is research straight from their yearly report of 2022 to 2023, I believe it is. And so they're a 501c3. They have to tell us what they do every single year. So this is straight.
Which should be any union corporation. If we are paying tax dollars towards you, I need to know that you are doing the job and doing it correctly.
Right. But let me continue to tell you. So the STI testing and treatment down 15% since 2019. Client numbers down overall 34% since 2006.
Nobody has insurance. I don't have insurance.
Donors down 21%. Contraceptives down 44%. Breast screenings, manual breast exams down over 80%. And you mentioned adoption. They commit 228 abortions for every one adoption referral. So why are they getting so much more money yet all of their services are going down?
The services are going down because people are afraid. Women.
What are they afraid of?
Women don't know. They don't know what they're exposing their bodies to.
Sisters with sense. Ain't it funny how these bald-head roaches will let a sister like that speak for them, but they won't let a brother like me speak for them, right? Look how stupid this lady sound. And she's sitting there like, ladies, she making general assessments, right, of ladies and of women, right? But when I make a general assessment, oh, I'm a monster. So she's speaking for y'all. Y'all let her speak for y'all. Y'all let this lady represent y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if she represent my sisters with sense.
A lot of people, especially behind, there's a stigma.
But their options are going up. So they used to have this slogan where they said safe, legal, and rare. That's what we want. Safe, legal, and rare abortions, until it was exposed that a lot of these facilities were requiring abortion quotas. So the more abortions each facility did, the more like praise that they would get. They would get awards. And so it's really interesting. That doesn't really make it seem like they want safe, legal, and rare.
How many people can you think, or are you going to assume, would literally abandon their children with no repercussions from the state?
No, it's called safe haven baby boxes. We're at a fire station or hospital. You can leave your baby and the mother doesn't have to do anything with it. But that's better than your baby thrown in, right?
No, ma'am.
It's not better to give your baby up to a family who wants them instead of killing them?
No, ma'am.
Now, remember in the beginning of the video when they had that question about adoption and she agreed, right? So that lets you know that she just be going along to get along in this conversation. She being fake and phony, guys. And this is what the red section do. They'll jump into a conversation without having the information just for attention, bro. She saw them cameras on and she went and did this interview for attention without even knowing what the interview was gonna hold. You see how this working out? Because this lady confused right now. They not even on the same page. They're not even talking about the same thing right now. This lady want to continue pushing this fake narrative that women are the victims. And this other lady is like, what's up? She looking for answers. She want to pick a couple of women's brain to know why is it the way it is. But this woman wants it to be fairy tale and phony, like a lot of women. Oh, just be nice. Oh, just leave it alone. Ignore it. It's gonna fix itself. And the world don't work like that.
I've seen so many stories and countless, literally, like countless stories.
What happens in an abortion?
They literally suck the life out of you. They're gonna take the whole baby out, and as they should, because I shouldn't be a taxpayer paying child support and food stamps and WIC for women.
You should be a taxpayer paying for abortions?
Exactly. But as for a woman who didn't want the baby in the first place, that doesn't make sense to me. Don't ever sit here and lock yourself down with a man who already told you he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't.
I agree with you.
I'm not disagreeing with you either. I understand.
You don't get to baby just because their dad didn't want them.
You can.
Should we kill the kids in foster care?
Why
not?
Now, Brother Charles Simpington, he said she deserved that pop. No shade. She was twisting the girl words up and trying to be funny. I didn't see a twist. And she asked her, she asked her, is that what you're saying? And she proceeded to say, yeah. So, again, Charles Simpleton, stop it. Knock it off.
Why not? If that's the case.
We should kill the kids in foster care that aren't wanted?
Who's going to take care of them? I need to know the percentage of people who take children from foster care and abuse them and molest them, who make them like personal slaves.
We should just kill them.
Statistics before you come to me talking about pro-life.
We should kill the victims of molestation.
I think, what does this have to do with molestation?
You just mentioned people molesting children. We should kill the kids in foster care is what you said.
What I'm saying is in general, overall. If I don't want to have a baby, I should have the choice to.
Just don't have sex then. Just don't have sex.
That's not even logical.
It is. It is.
Who are you, Nancy?
I sound dumb.
You sound dumb.
Now stop me when I get the lying now. This is easy stuff, yo. Studying the behavioral patterns in people. Now it was at this point right here where Ratchet Keisha, the hoe, realized that this woman and her is fighting a different fight. Gotta remember, feminism came down here and got these two women fighting two different fights. You got women in feminism thinking that there's their right and their choice to be free and naked and run around here with no clothes on, while you got a whole half of that same sisterhood that want to be heard without having to be saw. They don't want to be looked at as objects. They want men to respect them for the brilliant minds they have, while they have in that same group these women I feel is liberating to walk around here and be hoes. And it was at this point where that hoe realized the other sister was a sister with sense.
Okay.
It does, because even as teens, people explore. And it's like, as funny as you want to be, people should still have the choice.
So you went from saying that my outfit was really cute to saying I'm an effing idiot. That's so mean.
But I think that
You
your
did.
point of view is very obstructed, and I think that you just don't understand the magnitude of having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not the one who admitted they would be okay with killing babies in foster care and killing children that have been abused.
That's not the point. What I'm saying.
That's really.
What's wrong with you? You have a
Oh my god.
Hey! What the f did you do? She attacked my wife.
Your wife is attacking.
Why
Why is it following me? Why you following me?
you gonna get arrested? Look. Don't worry.
She just punched me in the face. We were just doing a street interview with my camera and everything was fine for over 20 minutes or however long we were filming, and then she just punched me in the face. Oh my god.
So we got Deron Underwood. He says, we need more of this. Laughter. Everybody hide that hurt and pain and laughing emojis. But people forget that there are consequences to your actions, on air or not. Stay in your lane or get binked out of it. And this is just disturbing, guys. But this is the mindset of the folks in our society. Everybody just beaten and emasculated to a pulp. I find it very strange for a man to want to see a woman who is in the right, a sister with sense, want to get beat on. It's disturbing, guys. She did not twist anything. I watched the whole video. The lady being interviewed got mad at her own words being thrown in her face, so she hit the other lady. That's what I saw. Now, I could be tripping, but that's exactly what the fuck I saw. You know what I mean? But again, we live in a society where people have a fixed mindset and they want to see what they gonna see anyway. They already want to see some shit, so that's what they saw. But I saw what you saw, Gerald RJ. I saw that. Look at this hot, sassy, wicked bitch with the filter. Victim mentality. Who? Which one had a victim mentality, Miss Serenity? She got what she deserved. Don't cry now. So wait a minute. The woman doing the interview got what she deserved because she was the one crying at the end. You asked for it, really. Saying that lady said, delete the kids in foster care. Like, be for real. That's what the lady said. We all heard that. If you just now getting into the live stream, go back to around the 4-minute mark where the lady said that. She said, well, and she reiterated that. So I don't know what video y'all saw. What video did y'all saw? This is an example, guys, of these irresponsible, no control of the fishhole women. These women want to have the right to go out here and mismanage coochie. That's the only woman not understanding what's going on here today, guys. I want y'all to understand. The only women that's not understanding what's going on here today are the women that want to mismanage their fishhole. They want equal rights. They want a right to mismanage their fishhole, boy. No coochie control, y'all. Let's take it to the comment sections because I'm ready. I already know I'm going to get some triggered women that don't have no type of fishhole control themselves, yo. They think condoms and things of that nature are for teenagers. I'm going to have all types of those in my comment section. So come on, let's go. I'm ready. I got time today. For the rest of you guys, y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. I love y'all. Thank y'all for giving me y'all time and attention. Do not play with your life. See y'all later.